So last year I took too high risk in online poker. Uh, it was successful, but it was pretty sick risk at very high stakes. The thing was, I didn't have any bankroll, zero bankroll, and there was some money from the government, and I just used that for this for regular poker practice. But this regular poker practice, I believe that has to be on No Limit 2, which requires like 20 euro bankroll, but all of the bankroll was constantly, given to girlfriend or given to food shop person. So I used like 10 buy-in bankroll management, which in the end was pretty ridiculous. Like I won like 70 buy-ins, like $140, 140 euros with the year, not playing that much, like 16,000 hands of cash game. I believe it has to be No Limit 2 and not lower, because the cash games you can play all the time, right? And even like 10-minute sessions, when kids are sleeping, you can play for 10 minutes and stuff. But it was a sick risk, but very profitable. So this year in January, dropped in stakes, really applying correct bankroll management, like for the professionals, run it once says like for the professionals, use 1,000 buy-in bankroll management, and I want to aim for a professional approach. I was once a professional, well, not using 1,000 buy-in, but something more reasonable. And it is working out. I'm really learning like No Limit Hold'em now, and I'm impressed how good I am already. Like I'm proud of myself, happy. I managed to reach a pretty high level of strategy, like in-game strategy, that I once was in Fixed Limit Hold'em. So in No Limit Hold'em, I have this like confidence sometimes. I really like outplay people sometimes and stuff. It feels good, and I don't rely on those winnings. Yeah, the business was also pretty crazy. I have a game dev business, and the same thing. I was very aggressive. It worked out. I calculated it. It did work out. Like it did what I wanted it to do. Very aggressive ads everywhere. Very aggressive approach. Lots of clients. Lots of boasting. Lots of hyping. Lots of bloating the whole thing. Started so last year in the end of the year, my hourly was like 40 to 50 euros per hour when I did the workshops, and now this year it was like 30 euros average hour, because there were less students this year. So at the beginning it was a big bloat, everybody comes, and then it starts like some stay and some go. And this year I have next chance, so I can do that again, and not worrying about the big bloat anymore. Super happy. The thing is, why I talk is this gambler, we can call it gamble, but it isn't actually gamble. It's like too high risk or something. It has its effects, right? And these effects are not pleasant, So I still like sometimes shiver of fear, that was nosebleed. That was like 400 euro buy-in or something. But I still shiver sometimes, from fear that I did that high risk. But it all worked out. It's I can retire if I want or something. Yeah, but I love my work so much, so I will, after this rest, I will. So I even drop like stakes to minimum in poker to be able to focus on game dev. But now I climb up again with big winnings, because in summer I don't have a game dev workshops, and I'm more confident that I can do both now together again. After really thinking through the game dev stuff, which led to somewhere. The thing was with game dev business, I now reached this conclusion. I was away from it for many days, and I realized it's very okay to quit it even, and that's a good feeling. I can even quit it if I want. And then I went back with full effort of resting, and this really worked. So I really want to do it now. The web development, I want to learn the web development. I want to, really do the whole thing again. I'm building big games, I want to launch the workshops for kids. I want to do it with the kids, but this required a good rest and really being able to quit the whole thing. I wanted to make sure that I can quit. Otherwise you're too bound to this stuff, and this high risk is like ticking in your head. That's like too much. But I think it's a beginner's mistake. Even like I think all beginners make the same mistake. Like I think when we begin with a business, we take the most aggressive approach we can because we want a lot of money fast. But it isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. The workload gets so high. Right? If you want a lot of money really fast, you have to work a ton, right? And if there's real money in play, you're kind of worried all the time. I have had trouble with sleepless nights, and this also reduced when I quit the high risk and moved to lower risk. I had better sleep, and I hoping to catch up with locals, with people, to really be there for people and provide the best service, which is more wanted than ever. So yeah, this has been a real thrilling adventure last year, and this year I flat out dropped the stakes, and the adventure is now peaceful needed service for people, which I hope is continuing. Yeah, the thing is, too much challenge in the difficult unknown areas. Like I don't know game dev that much at all, right? So it's the thing is, you get even tired even more fast. Like if you do something with full effort that you don't know what you're doing, you get tired very very fast, right? So I quit that also, like the most unknown stuff. I don't do that much. Like I don't know, like crazy ads that lead to like impossible game dev software like which are games that I don't do that anymore because that was like very unknown. People like buying into that because they believe it's like this childish thing will work, right? But it's I don't know what it is, so I don't do that, right? There's a lot of work also, so you kind of have to make these people believe that you have these big games, right? So they will buy that, that's where safety is, right? Like if they can grab your PlayStation for free, they will feel safe, right? So let's say like PlayStation dropped the price to now it's like 800 euros. Let's say it dropped to 100 euros. People will grab it because they won't save it, right? So if you're able to write that type of code and really put it to apply it and put it to practice, people will grab it, and that they want that safety, right? But actually, the real safety is wavering because you're barely able to put these fake ads, right? So yeah, so I quit this more unknown stuff and really being a normal person. I hope being there for family and trying to do a stable business, stable service.